Something worrisome on the air.
Something worrisome? This is the passage my sister discovered. Judging from the air in here, few have come this way. But there has been no sign of Tata elsewhere in Kembrazivzur. If we can trust the words of the unseen ones, the Tarasi, she may have fled to this forgotten corner and gone into hiding. I told Sigilith to wait, but she's gone ahead. Let us catch up to her quickly. And welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where we are still trying to find Tata the Beast.
Let us move forward with care.
Alright. Where's Sigilith? Alright, I don't see her yet. Oh, there she is. I hear movement up ahead. Ready yourself. Uh-oh.
Look out!
Can I move? Okay. Well, I think we found the rampaging beast at least. I think we found the creature that escaped from the arena, Pine Leaf. Let us hope that it doesn't do any harm to the folk who dwell within Umbar. We will hunt that later. For now, let us continue a search for our true quarry. Alright. Ignore one beast for the other beast. So up this way. Right. There's a room up ahead, it looks like. I see a barrel.
Beware.
Who's that up there? A dying Umbari woman lies in a pool of her own blood. Cruel dancer? The woman blinks up as through her bloodshot eyes, and her face is familiar. Pine Leaf, she manages weakly. I do not have much time left in me. Oh?
I was careless. I believed I knew all there was to know about my prey.
Oh?
But I was wrong.
Where's your prey? Tata! You have nowhere left to run. Now you are mine. And did you believe that you were chasing me, bounty hunter? It was not so. Uh-oh. What sorcery is this? A skin changer? Tata is a Bjorning? Cruel Dancer shakes her head, but the motion caused by a great pain as she winces. I was the deadliest woman in all these lands, Pine Leaf, but my luck, my fortunes, they have abandoned me. Did it happen when I killed the Blade Twist? Ever since then I've had ill fortune. I was never considered that Tata might possess such power. I want to confess something to you, Pine Leaf. Will you bring me to the sunlight? I have spent too long in the darkness. Too long as Cruel Dancer. I will be Galatani again instead. Yep, the name even changes. The name changing of of someone twice in the same instance. Yes, we can do as she asks, but I do not think that she has long left in her pine leaf. She may not survive the journey above ground. Still, we must make the attempt. Very well. Let's make the attempt. Galatani remained silent during the journey, preserving her strength. Galatani laughs weakly, a thin sound in the silence of the Umbari night. It was too much hope for sunlight, I suppose. I was not always as I am, Pineleaf. I was like you, an adventurer for hire, accomplishing the small tasks that needed doing. It was a simple life, but a good one. There was food on the table for my husband, Jeduth, and my daughter, Ashetha, but it did not last. My husband was accused of stealing a vase from a wealthy nobleman, a man called Virazak. My husband didn't. I know that he didn't, but he was slain for the crime. I had to take on even more dangerous tasks to support my Ashenath, even murder. That paid for the finest of all. But the first victim of my knife was the sweetest. Firasach, the nobleman who falsely accused my Jeduth. He deserved death that I gave him. But I didn't stop at Firasach, for I had tasted the deadly nectar of death. I was away for longer and longer at a time. I told myself the coins gave to my neighbors to watch my daughter Ashnath were all for her benefit. The name Galatani no longer applied to me, for I had grown hard and cold. I was now Hazafen, cruel dancer, and I delighted in the slaughter. Farasak had deserved death, but he would not be the last, and some who died at the hands of cruel dancer deserved it less than he. Many did. It was best for Asenath that their mother remained only a memory, for I had grown addicted to the danger, Pineleaf, and the sight of the blood that I spilled. It had become an obsession. The city was not a place of safety in those years. The Church of the All-Seeing saw it. Enemies everywhere. The neighbors who watched after my daughter were taken in sacrifice of Michorbo, and their home burned. On that day Ashenath joined her father. But when I returned to the burned frame that had been a home, there was no vengeance to be had. The Dark Lord worshipped by the Church of the All-Seeing was not like Farasak. I could not be certain that he even lived, and if he did not live, could he be slain? Well, at least that part was taken care of. But I'm sure that you were several years cruel dancer before Sauron was defeated. I preyed upon the church for a time, often for free. But when my coins ran out, I had few choices left to me. I stopped returning to the burned tusk where I once lived with my Jeduth and my Ashenath. I only felt alive when I competed with other bounty hunters for the most dangerous work that I could find. Exhausted by her tale and the loss of so much blood, Galatani falls silent. What bounties could be more dangerous than those played by Saphafel on the kindred of of the... If only I could have chosen a different road. But that was not to be. In my heart I was always Hazafben. Tata kept me alive for days, Pine Leaf. With her terrible secret power, she could have slain me easily. But she had questions. Questions about you. Oh dear.
If my words have endangered you, I am sorry. I am sorry for a lot.
So passes cruel dancer. She is gone. We will make for a place for her here. Let us find stones with which to mark the grave before the sun rises. We didn't quite finish it before sunrise, but the task is now done. Yes, it is done. Corden remains silent for a long time. When he speaks again, his voice is quiet. My heart is conflicted, Pine Leaf. Galatani chose a path of cruelty and greed, and the words that she spoke to Tata will surely cause trouble for us in the days ahead. But still, her end is a sad one. Here, take this dagger. I retrieved this from the floor where it had fallen during the struggle. It is the blade with which Galatani cut her path through her life, and it should accompany her in death. Do you agree? Yes. Let us leave the blade. Maybe we should have buried it with her. Oh well. I am moved by Galatani's story, Pine Leaf, for in it I see something of myself reflected. Well, I do not know the price of obsession? The cost of a single-mindedness? The Umbari woman knew nothing of elves, but it surprised her to recognize that part of her in some of my people, or in Sigilith of Lorien herself. I cannot forget this woman, and will not. She named herself Cruel Dancer, and it was a name well chosen, for hers was a dance with death, and such cannot last forever. My blade now has found a name. It shall be called Bauglitir, that is Cruel Dancer in Sindarin, and it shall remind me of she who participated in the death dance, and at last succumbed. She remains with me now. Sigilith sheathes Bauglitir and nods once more at the grave. She then turns to you. Hamlet will want to know what we have learned beneath the city. It is time to return to Darlaja. Then let us go. I have tracked her down, sort of.
You have returned safely from Umbar?
Did you discover the reason for kinswoman Tata's disappearance? Uh-huh. Not here, Pine Leaf. Few alone know the secret of Tata's, and the meeting hall is not the place to speak of it. We have a more pressing concern to discuss right now. We have opened the coffer containing the names of those suggested to join the leadership of the Kindred, and one name has appeared more often than any other. Oh, don't tell me Jack somehow got into that box.
One name was suggested more than any other to replace the missing members of the Kindred. And that name was your own.
Oh, good grief. The folk of Umbar have noticed your efforts on their behalf, it seems. That's not enough, but it is more than nothing. I do not know if you are the right person to join us, but I know that there would be tests and trials to ensure that you're worthy of such an honor, as there were for the rest of us. I promise you nothing. The city will face many challenges in the weeks ahead. Speak to the other leaders of the Kindred of the Coins here in Darlaja, and they may well ask you for your assistance. Prove you act for Umbar, and you may receive their blessing. Alright, so I need to speak to the other 3 members of the Kindred. Well, we'll see. First one we have here is Belandor.
Yes?
I was surprised to hear your name read aloud so often when they opened the coffer. The people of the city have taken notice of your efforts on their behalf. Take pride in that, but know that the responsibility can prove a heavy burden. I think you know that more than anyone else. Yes, we will have many demands upon our time in the weeks ahead. How will we decide what is to be done and what must be done? I hope that you will help me sort through our way through these issues. Okay. So we have that here. And we have Coltech.
You grow more impressive by the day. Must I keep an eye upon you from now on?
Such power must be wielded with care. Yes, or you risk losing it. Many others have learned that lesson too late. I encourage you to learn it early. Well, I have to keep that in mind. I will need to speak with him later on other matters. Actually, is there anything else I need to speak to him about? Oh, that's right, the rising tide of the dead.
I am relieved. This issue of the dead had been weighing on me.
Thanks to your brave deeds, Umbari citizens and my guards can sleep much more easily tonight. Alright, now, the next quest he has, I think I'll save for the next episode. Now, what about Rothog?
Your name grows in worth.
If the people of the city continue to speak of you with such praise, I may have to order you to the arena. Invite? I may have to invite you to the arena. I may have to invite you to... Oh, okay, invite. Oh, okay. Not order, invite. Okay, I see. Yes. Actually, we've already had a little pairing there. Oh, yeah, hi, Jax. You look perplexed.
I am amused, honored, and a little upset with you.
You should have told me that you planned to plant your name so many times in the suggestion coffer. I don't know how you accomplished that feat, but I am impressed that you were able to do it. Still, it was my idea, and I should be the one who joins the Kindred of the Coins, not you. Imagine the power that I may wield as part of that august body. I am better suited for the post than you are, and we both know that. Well, we will see if they allow you to join after all. I suspect that they will not, for as much as the people of the city seem to like you, I have seen the way of the members of the Kindred look at you, and there is distrust behind every pair of eyes. Mark my words, Pineleaf. They may speak friendly words, but in their hearts they cannot see you truly as a friend. There is too much bloodshed between Umbar and Gondor for that, no matter what Sirgon or the others may believe. Jax has always seen and spoken the truth. Doubt him at your peril. Alright. Yep. What do you think?
You have done well for us today. Of that there can be no doubt.
But let us see how you fare in the weeks ahead before we think over much of the future. But Tata, it seems, may have reasons to wish you ill, and you continued work alongside the Kindred means that she may wish to do us harm as well, and that cannot be permitted. Go now to the guard outside the Darlaja and tell him that she is not to be allowed to pass. Few know of Tata's true strength, for she has kept it hidden from all but her dearest friends. Let us keep that knowledge to ourselves, for now, unless she gives us a reason not to do so. Yes, I count myself amongst Tata's friends. Does that not surprise you? But warn Janth outside the meeting hall that Tata is not to be underestimated. The events of the past few days may have given her reason to suspect even her friends of betrayal, and if she tries to attack the meeting hall, it will be his duty to stand before her. Oh my goodness gracious, I don't want to be in his boots. Now, what I could really do is if I could find a way to negotiate with Tata. Maybe I could end this in a more calm way, shall we say. I know she doesn't like me too much currently because I did bring Cruel Dancer to her. Sorry about that. Hello there. I've been asked to inform you that Tata is not to be allowed entrance until further notice.
I should prevent Kingswoman Tata from entering Darlaja?
Has Tata thrown in with the traitors then? I cannot believe it. I will do what I can if she makes a threatening appearance. That's sort of a poor turn of phrase. But I must warn you that she has always been the fiercest countenance and possesses great strength to match. No doubt. If she wants to get inside, there may be little that a guardsman can do to prevent it. But still, we will do our best. Well, maybe you could try soothing words. It might be your best hope. As you bid farewell to Jazz, you fear that he is right. If Tata does demand entrance, there are few in Umbar Baharbel who could stand against her. Oh, yes. Well, that ends chapter 9. But in the coming weeks, we do have more things to do down in the dungeons, and we have things that we need to do within for the various members of the Kindred of the Coins. And that's where we'll resume in the next episode of the Song of Waves and Wind.